Hey guys, this is your daily JVB, and there's my computer. Look, how are you guys doing? I wanted to do something fun today because I wanted to share. I know you guys sometimes like when I share my creative process, and for those of you who have been following me for a while, you know that I'm a singer-songwriter, I'm a music producer, I'm a composer, I'm an artist. I do many different styles of music because I like it, but most of it is actually electronic, whether it's dance, EDM, it's techno, or a little bit more like underground, I guess industrial. As an artist, I do dark electro pop. But I've also done with my band Otto's Daughter pop metal, I would say. And so, but I have been making music for music libraries, for TV shows, background music for quite some time. And I have a home studio in Los Angeles, but I've been in Germany for the past 6 months. Not quite. I've been here since December. So obviously I don't have my entire system with me. So I only have my MacBook Pro. I have a MIDI keyboard. I had a different one, but it broke. So I just got a cheapo Akai LPK25, which is totally fine, especially just when you're starting out. You don't want to get something too expensive, right? I have one mic, which has like, oh, I was looking for that the other day. It's a filter that I just use. It's a coffee filter or like a tea filter. But I use it as my pop filter. And I have an audio interface, which is the Apollo Twin from Universal Audio that I need to record vocals. I could also record guitars and bass into that. But I like it. You don't have to buy something like that at all when you're first starting out. But if you are interested in something like that, you want to get something that maybe has like a few preamps in there so that when you're recording in, it sounds nice. It has a bunch of plugins already with it that come with it, so that's why I got it, but also because the company is amazing. So there's two cool plugins, tools you could use to mess around and maybe write your own song. You don't have to know music, you don't have to know theory, you don't have to play an instrument to use those two. And why am I bringing this up? Because a lot of my friends ask me, man, how do you do that? I wish I could produce, but I don't know how to write music. You don't have to know how to write music. And I'm not cheapening any of the great musicians out there that can. However, I think that if you're feeling creative and you want to make a song and you don't know music and you don't know where to start, this is a great starting point to explore a little bit and have fun. And maybe you find out, oh my God, I want to dig into this. I want to learn production. I want to learn how to play the guitar. I want to learn how to play bass or keyboard, whatever, or how to sing. Hit me up. Then you can do that. But I think this is such a great tool for us people who have been doing music for a long time as well. And I've met many producers that told me they use Splice, and I didn't know that. I was like, you do? Like, why would you do that? That's cheating. And I've changed my mind about that because I think that yes, there is a difference between someone just like being organically playing an instrument, but at the same time, if I'm in a time crunch and I want to make a cool pop song, I want to be fast. I want to get the idea going and then later on add real instruments or add my own flavor to it. But it's always a good starting point to have like a cool beat that gets you inspired and gets you going. So amazing tool. And why struggle so much? We make it so hard and we always feel like, oh, it has to be so unique. It has to be so original. It has to be, how many drum beats are there, And what really gets people moving, let's be honest, is like a cool dance beat. It's a good dance beat or a really great heartfelt melody or a really great lyric that goes with it. That's what makes a song so amazing, All you need is a laptop, a DAW, a digital audio workstation, which you could either use GarageBand if you have a MacBook Pro. I'm using Cubase. There is also Ableton Live, there is Logic, there's Pro Tools, there's Studio One, there's so many different ones. I think they're all kind of in the same price range. But when you're first starting out, you can just like look around a little bit online, what speaks to you, what you think is the easiest way for you to do. I can just tell you that Cubase is pretty simple to use, and Ableton Live, a lot of DJs, a lot of EDM artists love using that. The standard in the big studios has always been Pro Tools, and Logic sometimes too, but mainly Pro Tools. You can just like go online and use a trial version. Most companies, every company says, you know, download the full thing, use it for 30 days. If you love it, buy it. And if not, then you can't use it anymore. So that's a great way to get started. So the two fun plugins I'm talking about are Arcade by Output and Splice. If you'd have told me to use those things like about 6 months ago, even a year ago, I would have been like, hell no, that's like totally cheating. But I've changed my mind. A lot of producers use it. A lot of, you know, multi-instrumentalists use it because it's fast and creative. Sometimes when you want to make a song, you don't want to like sit there and, unless you're into sound design your own sounds, or you know, look for the right kick, the right snare, the right hat. It can be very time consuming. And not only that, but it can also suck the creativity out of you, because when you have an idea in your head and you're like, oh my God, I hear this beat, bum, da, 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 da. So you can go into Splice and type in, you know, I'm looking for like a trap drum or a trap bass or dubstep, whatever you want to do, reggae, you know, and you'll find something that you can immediately use. And Arcade, the same thing. What's great with Arcade is they have kits. So like a whole keyboard has like a bunch of, like, sometimes it has like drums, bass, some cool synths, like a guitar, and you can mess around with those, and you can use as little or as many of the notes that you want to use. So you don't have to know how to play an instrument, and you don't have to know music theory. I personally don't know music theory that well, and I also don't play an instrument really well. So, but I've played on my own albums, guitar and bass, and obviously the keys, and I sing. The voice is my main instrument. Fun creating, guys. Don't let anything stop you. Just get in and make something. And you know what? If it sucks, who cares? Who cares? No one's ever gonna hear it, possibly. And who knows? It may not suck. Anyway, you have an amazing week, because it's Monday. And here is the song of the day that I created with just using loops. I only used loops on this song. I'll talk to you tomorrow.